Potato and cream cheese meringues. Okay, so from the Potato Cookbook are Gwen Robyns. Yeah, she's making these. These are, there's no description. This is just straight up potato and cream cheese meringue. So it's mashed potato, large egg, butter, cheese, with a good strong flavour. Salt and pepper is in the recipe and a bit of cream cheese. We're going to beat the yolk through the potatoes, add the butter, the cheese, and then in a separate bowl, whip the white until it stands in peaks. Fold it through the potato mixture with a feather touch, and then you just bake it at a random temperature in a hot oven until randomly cooked and golden brown, no times, no temps. And then you leave it to cool, stuff it with some cream cheese, put them together, and you have these little potato meringues. I don't know how this is going to turn out because there is no information in here or detail on how to cook them. But I think we can, between the two chefs that are here, hopefully, come up with a temperature and a time for these. So, let's crack on. I'll get Miss Buds. Okay, so recipe is butter and cheese and an egg yolk and mash all mixed together. So there's butter, there's some cheese, and then all we need is to keep the white separate to the egg yolk. So I'm going to put the white into here, which I'm going to whisk. Remember, if you are making meringue ever, you've got to have a very clean bowl, no liquid in it or residue of fairy liquid or anything like that, nice and dry. And then if you do get any of the egg yolk in there, just start again. I know it's a waste, but it won't work very well. I mean, to be fair, for this recipe, I haven't got high hopes anyway, so if there's a bit of yolk in it, I'll be all right. But then the yolk goes into there. What's quite nice in this recipe, we actually have seasoning. So salt and pepper has been specified to mix into everything, which is very exciting. Can't wait to get into that. You basically mix the potato mixture together. So the reason I'm getting excited about adding seasoning is that in some of the other recipes, it's not specified. It doesn't say salt and pepper in the ingredients. It doesn't say season. It doesn't say anything. So being able to add some salt into this is making me very happy. And I'm going to add plenty of it. And pepper. Wow, 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 we're pushing the boat out. Probably should have used white pepper. I do hope if anyone does go through my potato book in 50 years' time and I've missed something, they don't absolutely rinse me for it. I'm ripping into her. Poor girl. Mix this thoroughly. We've got one egg white and we're going to whisk it until it stands in peaks, is what her phrasing is. And you can come back to me when it's done. Standing to a peak, we love that. Now we fold the egg whites into the potato mixture, which is heavy. Like, that is heavy. That's hard. But we've got to fold that in with a feather touch. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we will see. Let's just do bit by bit. And hopefully, I mean, it's just, the quantities in this book feel very off. I feel like you need probably about 6 egg whites to get this into a meringue-like state. Probably more. I don't really know how to fold a solid. I can see these being probably quite heavy and less like a meringue and more like almost like a Duchess potato, which is mash with egg in, with beaten egg, sorry. Another thing about this book, 70s, they love an egg. Egg in every recipe. Must have been good egg economy back then. They're expensive now, aren't they? I'm sure the potato maybe should be softer. I know I look like I'm going quite aggressively at this, but it's a hard mix of potato, which I'm worried is going to just beat out all that lovely air we've beaten to the whites. And then we have an unidentified temperature of oven. So we're going to go 180 degrees Celsius convection. So that means no fan. Place in moulds on a greased baking tray. The end goal is to have 2 pucks or mounds of potato that baked and then cream cheese in the middle, like a macaroon, like a meringue. The terminology of mounds doesn't make it feel like it's going to be very glamorous. In my head, I'd want to pipe it, but I don't think I actually can because it's too thick. So it's mounds. I might make them a little bit round. Round mounds. The only thing that I can think this is going to be anything like is a macaroon. Yeah, we think we're going to get a slight puff on these, but we don't really know. What I've done is I've made the little pucks, but I've also given them a tiny little peak, which looks a little bit like a nip, because if you think of a meringue and we're thinking of mounds, there would be a slight uprise. So I've just moulded lovely little areolas, okay? They're going into the oven until they're golden brown, and that's all we know. Ta-da! If it doesn't work, I've got a little bit left, so then we can try something else. Okay, little potato meringues. They look quite good actually. They've flattened out quite a lot, which is kind of what I expected, to be fair. But the little nips have done what they're meant to do. Get a little bit golden and crispy, which is what we love. We're now going to leave them to cool. They do remind me quite a lot of Duchess potatoes, which is mashed potato mixed with beaten egg, which you then pipe in with a star nozzle and you get this kind of lovely shape, really old school. So before we can actually fill them, we need to let them cool down a little bit. So I'm going to get them off the tray. They are stuck. Not stuck, they're just stuck. So I'm going to carefully lift and let's see what goodies we have underneath, what treasures. Oh, there you go. What's lovely is that you've got this golden bit that's actually like the cheese and the potato has started to go lovely and golden. And then I can still feel they're very like soft on the inside. So that mash and the cheese and butter is just nice and just textured on the inside. I'm going to get a rack and I'm going to cool them down completely because I think adding cream cheese into this is going to make a little bit of a mess. It's now time to fill and eat these beautiful meringues. They've cooled slightly. Oh, they look pretty good. I'm confident in this one. I am going to add some more salt and pepper because creative license. So you basically, before serving, smear on. Again, it doesn't really say exactly how much or how little, so it's up to you. But we've got to make it look like a little meringue sandwich. I'm going to put that there. A little bit of salt. Ooh, that's quite a lot of salt. A little bit of peps. And then a little lid. So then you just lid it. You know what? I tell you what. It actually looks like it should be a dessert. It looks like a biscuit with a cream filling, but it's a cheesy, potatoey, meringue little snack. I'm really excited to try this. Some things from the 70s have not worked. This could be coming back into fashion and I might eat it all day. I don't know though, I haven't tried it yet. I still need to give it a go. What I love is that you really see the cream cheese through. You could probably add more on if you wanted to, but I think that's going to be enough. And then it's actually, you have got like a crusty outside, which is lovely. And I can see there's little bits of cheese that have melted and it kind of gives it a shine. And I'm really glad we went for the little nip as well, because the little nip's giving it a bit of an edge. Like I'm getting a crusty bit off that. Can I eat it now? Yeah, I got a nod from the corner. Is this like a high protein sandwich? Oh, Gwen. You naughty, naughty girl. That's actually a good recipe. It's not crunchy on the outside, but it's got enough texture that then when you bite through, it just melts into that mash, which is very light. It's sharp with the cheese, and then it's kind of sharp but creamy with the cream cheese. I'm really impressed with that. This is definitely a hard pass. I mean, no. I mean, definitely a huge smash. That's really good. I would make this again. I would 100% make this again. A little bit more seasoning, but that's just me. But that is cheeky and really good, and cheesy and potatoey. Cheesy potato meringues, smashing all day. Oh my God, good. I am intrigued by the rest of this book. We've got some right corkers in here. So we've got like king size sausage roll, oriental sauce. Does that have anything to do with potatoes? Oh, adds a tang to boiled potatoes. So there's so many more we can do, but if you like it, then like, subscribe, follow. And again, if you have any other weird and wonderful potato recipes that your family make, or you just know from the olden days, comment. I need to try them, because we've now found a delicious recipe I'll be using again and again. Thanks for watching.